Ladies and gentlemen, today I have with me Reverend Michael Rovers from Second Chance Ministries. Thanks for joining us.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
So, Reverend, how would you explain Second Chance Ministries to somebody who's never heard of the charity before?
Well, Second Chance Ministries started when I was a volunteer in the Windsor jail, and we tend to see the same people over and over and over again, so it's called recidivism, which could be more than even 80%. So we figured, let's work with the people when they come out of jail and their families. So then we met a lot of people that have been in trouble with the law, and then we've started to figure out why people were in trouble with the law, and we decided to go to them and to give them the assistance that we could possibly provide to them and their families. But now we help anybody. Our ministry is a ministry that goes to the people every day and meet them where they're at, either at McDonald's or at Tim Hortons or in their residences. We go 2 by 2, and we do what we can to help them out as much as we can. As you know, many people are trying to live on welfare, OW, social assistance of $16 a month. Often they pay as much as $500 a month for their shelter, and then they have to try to live on $25 or $40 a month. And the deck is stacked against them, so often they ask us for help with regard to financial assistance.
Okay, so could you give me an example of maybe some of the things that you would do when you go to a call?
Well, most of the calls that we get are for food vouchers. If people get, you know, their paycheck like they did today, they get the $600 from OW. Let's say their rent is $400 or $500 a month, which is not always a great setup. They try to live on $500 or $50 or $40 a week. All the people we deal with, you know, smoke pretty well, and they have a need for having a television, and they would like to have a cell phone, and by the time they're finished paying for those things, there's nothing much left, you know, in terms of food. So most of the requests we get are for food vouchers. They go to food banks where they get typically boxed foods or canned foods, but they don't get meat or eggs or fresh vegetables or all that. There's also an issue with bus tickets, and a bus ticket, one-way ticket in Windsor is $2.50, so a return ticket is $5, and for many people that's still a lot of money. So those are the most common requests. But besides that, we have requests for help with phone bills or hydro bills or shelter, for furniture. But the point is, we go to them, we hear them out, and then we try to do something for the people once we see them. And after we quarterback, we say, well, you have to go here for this, or you have to go there for that particular issue. A lot of people we deal with have issues with mental health and addiction, and so then there too, you know, we have to say, well, what is the best way we can help you and send you to the most relevant agency for assistance.
How would you say that Second Chance Ministry is different from similar organizations that operate in Windsor?
Well, what's unique about us is that we go to the people. We have 1 or 2 cars on the road every day, and we go to them. Most agencies have people come to them, so you make an appointment and you go to the agency that is making the appointment. But we go to the people, so we get a list sometimes of 20 to 30 calls a day, depending on the time of the month. At the beginning of the month, the requests are down because people just got paid. Towards the middle of the month and the end of the month, the requests are way up, and sometimes it's 20 to 30 calls a day. We go to them and we meet them where they are at, and we meet them on their turf. And that's more relaxing for the people that do ask for assistance.
Okay. Do you find that because you're going out to them and you're seeing them on a regular basis like this, do you find that you get to know them a little bit differently?
Yes, you get to know. You get to know, and they feel their pain, and they tell you pretty well their story. And many a time it's the story of their upbringing, the family of origin that was not always too supportive. A lot of people, because of the fact that they have been in trouble with the law, have burned some of their bridges, so their support system may not be there in as much as they want to see it happen. So one component of our ministry is the mentoring aspect, where well-to-do adults, you know, more established people, take on their wing a person who is still struggling financially or with their mental health or their addiction, and meet with that person on a more or less irregular basis, you know, whatever the situation is at. So we have a person in our ministry who is vetting all the mentors, and then we'll bring them together with the person who would like to
For more information, you can contact Second Chance Ministries at the address on your screen. This has been 5 Minutes with Michael Rovers from Second Chance Ministries.